If you sell precision ag, VisionWorks can help you increase your sales and also eliminate blind spots for your customers. VisionWorks would like to show you how you can increase camera durability, resolution, and lower your dealer cost.
I'm Tim Norris, CEO of Ag Infotech. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was our brand diversity that we have. Here at Ag Infotech, we looked at several different products to try to figure out what are we going to do with our service techs in the off-season. We're really busy the 3 months before spring and even the first 2 to 3 weeks when spring hits. Then after that, we just kind of start to die out. Everyone's planting, hopefully everything's working, and we don't have all that much to do at that point because everybody's going and happy and everything's working out pretty well. Throughout the summer, it's kind of been a traditional slow time for us just because we're predominantly corn and soybeans here in Ohio. It's kind of a little boring that way. We don't have a lot of extra crops where we're at to keep us busy in the precision ag field, but we started to look at what other products could we carry that could keep us busy. Then we get into the fall and we got our grid soil sampling, we've got our yield data analysis work to do, we've got yield monitors to put on, but what could really take us from that end of harvest season on into the winter to help keep us busy? So a couple things that we decided to take on. One was soil plows. So Ag Leader bought Soil Max, and we were really excited to add Soil Max to our product line offering. And so now not only can we sell the control system for the tile plow, but we can sell the tile plow as well. So that's been a nice addition for us. Another thing that we're looking at or have sold a little bit of is the Orthman. So we took on the Orthman line here about 6 months ago, and we're going to be offering some strip till units, and then we'll be able to set those strip till units up with variable rate fertilizer to go in. So rather than just setting someone else's strip till unit up, we can set our own up as well. Another thing that we have gotten into, and this is probably one of the more unique things, is grain management. So once you have stored grain, the job isn't done, and a lot of times people will tend to forget about that huge asset that they have out there. With the OP Integris line, we can put these grain monitoring cables inside the grain bin. We can tell, like with this one, this will give us moisture and it'll give us temperature. This cable will just give us temperature. But with a combination of those two, we can know what's going on in that grain bin. If, let's say, you have stored grain and it starts to warm up in the spring and this grain starts to go bad, if you don't turn the fans on, you don't really know what the temperature is. You don't know whether you should turn the fans on or not. With the OP Integris, it's going to keep a record. It's going to put it out there on the internet, and you can see exactly over time what's going on with that bin. If you have a problem going on with the bin, if you have a hot spot starting to develop before the grain actually goes bad, it will send you a text alert alerting you to that. If you get the Integris Pro system, then we tie into the fan controls of the grain bins and put a weather station out there. And if the weather is in the right condition to actually improve the grain quality, we'll turn the fans on. If the grain starts to go out of quality, we'll turn the fans on. But it'll only turn it on when the weather is in such a condition that it's going to add to the quality of the grain instead of detract from it. If you turn the fans on and then it starts to rain, then that's going to defeat the purpose. Well, this can actually control that, and farmers are seeing a 60 to 70% reduction in electric cost where they put these systems in throughout the year. So it's just another way and another product line that's very similar to what we do. It's electronics. Just instead of putting it on the equipment, we're putting it on the grain bins, but grain bins are equipment as well. So, and it's definitely a precision technology in my opinion. To be able to have enough service people on staff to be able to service our customers' needs in those busy times like planting season, we need to have more people than we really need in the off season. So I'm definitely not a person that feels like, well, we can hire and staff up for the spring and then lay people off when we don't need them. That's not my belief. I don't think companies really should work that way. I feel when we hire somebody, we're making a commitment to them and a commitment to their family that we're going to provide a job and we're going to be here for them. So I want to make sure that if I hire someone, I can keep them busy all year long. Things like this complement our off season. When can you usually put these systems in? When the grain bin's empty, which is in the summertime, or when it's full, which is right after harvest. Two of our slowest times. So this product line really fits. When can you install tile? People typically aren't installing tile, or they're not going to start to install tile when you're planting. They're not going to start to install tile, at the beginning of harvest. They're going to start to install tile either after harvest or in the middle or towards the end of harvest when we're not as busy. And then that busy tiling season is pretty much after harvest till the ground freezes. Then it's going to be busy from when the ground thaws till the start of planting. But it's going to start winding down at the start of planting, and then planting is going to pick up, which when we get ready for that. So the tile plows definitely help us spread that workload out. The other nice thing about tile plows is a lot of people do it right after wheat in the summer, which has kind of typically been a dead spot for us. So